Beginner's Guide. What's on the fish menu? Top-ranked baits for common freshwater species. When I first got into fishing, I used to believe the more expensive the bait, the better the catch. I once spent half a month's salary on imported bait only, to end up watching the old guy next to me haul in fish after fish with nothing but worms. After spending 3 years parked by the water, I finally realized that fish can be just as picky as people. Once you understand their preferences, even kitchen scraps can bring in a full stringer. Today, I'm laying all my best bait secrets on the table, tested through seasons of trial and error. If you're just starting out, this might save you some cash and frustration. Crucian carp. The small fry with a big appetite. Don't be fooled by its size. Crucian carp are picky eaters. In early spring, when the river starts to thaw, they love bunches of red worms on a multi-hook rig. You'll fill half a bucket in no time. But come summer, they lose interest in worms. That's when a switch to milky-scented commercial bait does wonders. One good inhale, and the float dips. Got a problem with pesky bait thieves? Mix in a bit of sticky corn powder with your bait, and roll it into small, firm nuggets about the size of your fingernail. It's tough enough to resist the little guys, but irresistible to the big carp. The sweet-toothed glutton carp are like kids in a candy shop. They'll go for anything sweet. Last fall, I fished an old canal at night using boiled corn kernels soaked in brown sugar and rice wine mash. Within half an hour of chumming the spot, the float couldn't sit. Still, carp were practically fighting over the bait. For hook bait, make something even more fragrant than your chum. Mash up steamed sweet potato with flour into a doughy ball. Leave a little pointed tip when hooking it, so the carp can suck it in. Easily. One bite, and they're hooked. Remember, when it comes to carp, firmer bait is better. Too soft, and it'll fall apart on the cast. Grass carp. The bottomless pit grass carp are the gluttons of the freshwater world. They'll nibble on tender leaves if that's all you offer. But if you're aiming for the big ones, you'll need to put in more effort. One of my go-to tricks is bundling corn stalks and sinking them to the bottom, then fishing with sweet corn kernels about 8 inches off the bottom. I once hooked a 20-pound grass carp this way in a reservoir. Took me over 30 minutes to land. My arm was sore for days. No corn stalks, no problem. Soak wheat in chive juice and chum the area. The smell drives grass carp wild. They'll charge in like party guests to a barbecue. Silver and bighead carp. The soup lovers, these two are filter feeders, and one even glance at your bait, unless it creates a proper scent cloud in the water. I've tried over a dozen mixes, but one of the best is fermented tofu pulp, mixed with a bit of vinegar and garlic powder. The pungent smell is enough to make most people gag, but 2 silver and bighead carp, it's gourmet soup. Don't sit and wait. Keep casting every 30 seconds to a minute to maintain a visible cloud underwater. These fish feed by filtering water through their gills. Before they know it, your hook is already in their mouth. Yellow catfish. The midnight meat lover. Yellow catfish are nocturnal predators and crave strong, meaty flavors. Chicken, liver, and duck guts are their favorites. One of my oddball recipes: minced pork, liver mixed with duck blood, packed into a mesh pouch and dropped into the fishing spot. Within minutes, catfish from 5 meters around swarm in. For hook bait, nothing beats a black earthworm. Thread it so the tail wriggles freely at night. It looks just like a live aquatic bug. Yellow catfish, see it, lunge, and gulp it down in one go. Top moth, coulter, the nuisance turned target. This small but aggressive species is often seen as a pest, but if you want to catch them on purpose, here's how. Toss some wheat bran to attract them to the surface. Then tie a tiny piece of foam to a small fly hook and drag it slowly across the top. You'll often land 2 at once. Looking for the bigger ones, mix rice with a few drops of sesame oil, knead it into tiny balls, and expose just a bit of the hook tip. The bigger whitebait can't resist the scent and subtle movement. Bonus tip: go natural for the best results. After 20 years of fishing, I've learned that nothing beats natural bait. When willow trees start sprouting, crush the young buds with some mud and use it to chum the area. It outperforms commercial products. During the locust bloom, soak wheat in flower nectar and prepare for a frenzy of crucians and carp. Here's a golden rule: use what nature provides. If you're fishing near mulberry trees, hook a few ripe berries. If the pond has snails, crack some and use the meat. Match your bait to the surroundings, and it'll work like magic. Before your next trip, take a walk along the shore. Look at the bugs buzzing around the reeds. Check what fruits have fallen. Let the environment guide your bait choice. And if you still come back empty-handed, track me down by the river. I'll mix the bait for you. If nothing bites, I'll jump in and hand you a fish myself. About me, I am a passionate angler and content creator who loves sharing tips and stories from the world of fishing. Subscribe for more practical advice, wild fishing tales, and all the little moments that make fishing more than just a hobby. Drop a like, save this post, and follow for the next episode so you never miss a cast.